Well, the 21st century woman is beautiful, strong, and hardworking. They continue to show their resilience in Nigeria's harsh economic reality, with more of them venturing into white-collar jobs and businesses to make ends meet and provide for their families.
Being a working mom is no easy feat. Women all over the world now juggle between the home front and their jobs. In Africa, many women have been forced to take up jobs to complement the effort of their spouses. And for those without a support system, it is their sole responsibility to provide for their home. Every early morning, Ngozi Amizu gets ready to go make some money. She takes a walk to her workstation in the busy commercial city of Lagos, a routine she has kept to since the death of her husband in 2003. Ngozi says survival has been tough, but since the intervention of the Working Mom Africa, life has become bearable, and she has been able to expand her business and provide for her family. Working Moms Africa is a group that helps women start up small businesses by providing them field capital. Ngozi Okoye is another beneficiary of Working Moms Africa.
The business has been going on, and I've been training other women on catering, on how to cook, on how to run your business too. And from what is being taught now as startup, you have to learn a lot of things. Starting a business is not just doing business. You have to know the basic of your business. And from Moms Africa, I learned a lot.
The founder of the organization says the challenges faced by women in a male-dominated world prompted her decision to reach out, motivate, empower, and support other women.
It's really a story of my life in that whole trans-state career kind of juggling, where I have to go from one state to another to work. Staying in Lagos, if there's no job, is not even an option, because you have to contribute to your family financially, even though not as a breadwinner. You also need to bring something to the table. And that was how Working Mother started.
Women fortunate to attend gatherings organized by Working Moms Africa are given tips on how to operate successful businesses. Some of the beneficiaries have gone on to expand their scope and reach out to other women in their communities. These strong women are an inspiration to thousands of women out there who need a push to do better for themselves and improve their standard of living.
Well, joining me now is business consultant and finance manager Vivian Annie. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Now, how do you manage your career and the demands of being a mom?
Yes.
A good one at that.
Well, I tell people it's like trying to be Superwoman. Because the truth of it is you're juggling multiple roles. You're juggling that of being a mother. You're juggling that of being a caterer. Yes, because you do the cooking. You're also juggling that of trying to earn an income. So think of it, catering is usually a full-time job.
Yes.
For career people who have taken the catering career.
Such as, so also is those who take care of
looking
children.
After kids.
Yeah.
And then on top, you now need to have a job to fund the bills. So like I said, it's like being Superwoman.
But when you look at the cost involved, some will think that staying at home might be the best option.
Staying at home cannot be an option now, because the truth is that a one-income home will not pay the bills. Inflation is rising, bills are rising. School fees has become, is not like, if you look at school fees 20 years ago and school fees now, is not the same anymore. Now to give quality education to a child, you have to spend a lot more. Prices of food is not what it used to be. Then you talk about accommodation and all the other bills you have to pay. So it's tough.
So how important is the role of having a good support system in all of this?
Oh yeah, support system, very important. It's very important that your partner realizes that as women have moved into the formal workforce, when I say formal workforce, women have always worked throughout the centuries. But right now, formal, you have to be in the office at a certain time, you have to have meetings and stuff like that. It means that your time is very regimented. It's important that your partner too understands that, he cannot be totally hands off, you know, household-related matters and children-related matters. That's the first one. And then the other part of the support system has to do with even employers themselves. You know, the traditional model of employment is that everybody comes to the office, and at 8 o'clock or 7, depending on where you work, you must be there to face the public. To face your customers. But if you look at the developed countries, one thing they have tried to do is about remote working, where you sit at home and you're still doing the work. So even the employers really have to ask themselves, does everyone need to check into the office every day and check out at 6? And then with the traffic in Lagos, you probably don't get home till about 9 or 10. It's a crazy life. So it's the support system has to do with your partner, the person you're raising kids with, and then also your employers to have to look at the whole system well. A lot of women would rather work from home. Yes. At certain times, and even take a discount on salaries. Yes. And even the men, I'm sure some of the men too would prefer this sort of thing. So the support system has to be total. It's not just within your home. Employers to have to look at this, because it's cheaper for an employer to pay someone. If you look at the kind of job the person does for you, look at it critically and say to yourself, does the person need to be in the office every day? If the answer is no, the person can come in once a week and then take a salary discount.
Perhaps this is why some persons have said that when it comes to women aspiring for certain roles, it's been a challenge. It's been a challenge. Yeah, it's a challenge. But then look at it this way. In the old times, what I mean old times, in industrial societies before robotics became a norm, and in agricultural societies, work needed sheer strength, and everyone knows that when you put a man and a woman next to each other, the man will win any day on strength. But now work has changed. A lot of work now has, even in the industrial world, a lot of work has to do with robotics. Robots do a lot of the work, and even agriculture, mechanized farming has come big. So a lot of the work is brain. And I tell you, when you put a man and a woman next to each other, when it comes to the brain evaluation, probably in some cases, women are smarter. I don't want to say this too loud. All right, so Vivian, Annie, thank you for talking with us this morning on TVC Breakfast. Yeah, thank you.